Hello there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews, and in today's review we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class N.E.S.T. Ratchet. A very interesting color scheme for this medic here, and I personally dig it. But before we take a deeper look at this figure, we're going to show some various images of the packaging itself, so let's get it on, man. Let's go! And here we have N.E.S.T. Ratchet, fully transformed into his vehicle mode. And as you can tell, and as you can see, I mean, he is a straight recolor of the original Studio Series Deluxe Class Ratchet mold. And yeah, it's Studio Series Ratchet in a different color scheme. And this color scheme should not make sense because it never appeared once in the movies. This is literally it's basically a concept, Hasbro's own concept here, and it's basically as a nostalgic route. It's basically a nostalgic route because it kind of reminds you of the older Transformers movie figures that turn into N.E.S.T. vehicles. Like for example, Armorhide here. He does transform into a N.E.S.T. vehicle. Unfortunately, I never got that figure. I never got that character. Well, I do have the character's name in a but in a different toy. Yeah. But you know what? I actually dig this. I actually really dig this color scheme. It does not make sense. It should not. But for some reason, it kind of does. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Very nice paintwork on the front of the vehicle. Got the paint very nicely done on the headlights and everything. Got the orange paint on these lights and silver paint on these lights on the top right there. Got the N.E.S.T. wording right here, and then this number here, F0681SRE4. What does that mean? I'm not even sure. You got the N.E.S.T. logo right here with the Autobot symbol in the center. You got a bigger N.E.S.T. logo with the Autobot symbol in the center as well. So he definitely has 4 Autobot symbols on him, and you can see the back of the vehicle. It is nicely painted. Nice black for the windows and windshields. A nice red paint for these lights. Nice black paint for the rear bumper. And apparently this guy has way more paint in vehicle mode than on the original. So yeah. Well, as far as the back portion goes, yeah, he has way more paint in the back, because for the original version of the mold, the back portion does not have a lot of paint. It's quite plain. It's quite bland. So yeah, I actually like this one a lot better than the original version of the mold. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, he does come with a weapon. He comes with this one right here. Now, we did see this weapon from the Dark of the Moon repaint of this mold, and it is now being seen again for the N.E.S.T. version. And cool gun, very, very cool gun, very reminiscent of the gun that he had in the films. And yeah, very nice, very nicely done. He does not come with a disc weapon, because the disc weapon is included with the original version of the mold, and I'll bring that in a little bit. So yeah, very nice gun right here. So now you can actually store the gun in the alt mode. There is a port on top, so you can just use that port to your heart's content and just store it on top right there. And actually not a bad storage, because you know, sometimes Transformers in vehicle modes, they would activate their guns in alt mode. So yeah, very nice. But there we go. That is pretty much it for the weapon, and we shall bring in a size comparison. And of course, the only comparison that really matters here is with the original version of the mold. It's nice green, and with the red thing, red stripe right here going down the vehicle. And as you can see, yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. This version, the original version, is quite plain in the back portion, whereas the N.E.S.T. version has a lot more paint going on here, which it makes the details pop a little bit more, and I like that. I very much like that. And then for this version, these orange lights are not painted, and then for this version, these orange lights are painted. And for this version, this red section is painted, whereas this version is completely black, which makes sense, because you know, you don't want have all of a sudden red paint on this top right here. It's a N.E.S.T vehicle. It's meant to be like a stealth version of the character. So yeah, very nice, very nice. And of course, they both have visible head syndrome. So there we go. Yeah, they're nice, very nice, very funny. But there we go. But yeah, pretty much all the same molding. The only difference is the coloration. So there we go. That is pretty much it there for the alt mode comparisons right here. So there you go, that is pretty much it for the alt mode itself. So let us transform N.E.S.T Ratchet into his robot mode. So of course the transformation is pretty much the same as the original version of the mold. So first things first, you want to take the arms and just bring them out, just like that. And just bring out the arms like so. Oh no, so I forgot to mention that this is done in a rubbery-ish plastic, so you don't have to worry about breaking that. So yeah, just nice. But there we go. Then just rotate this section around. I like how it's very smooth and it's easy to rotate it around. So the tolerances on this figure way better than the original version of the mold, I will say. So let's just bring this down, and that will tab into place, and then open this up, rotate the head around. Very nice looking head though. Then what do you want to do with the arms here? You want to take the arm and just unfold it like so, straighten it out, and bring this hinge back like so. And then you want to take the wheel and just rotate it around, and there is a slot that will go over this tab. Now on this side, it tabs in very securely, so just tab that in very nice and secure, and there we have an arm all done. So do the same thing on the other side, just unfold the arm like so, bring this hinge to the back until it dupes into place, rotate the arm forward, and then rotate the wheel around, and then bring this around, and that would tab in like so. And there we go. We got the upper body all done and ready. So now we can take the legs, just untab them from this section right here, and then take the legs and just bring this up. Bring the legs up like so, and then you can take this panel, just flip it around. And there we go, and just straighten up the leg, and bring down the foot, and there we have a leg all done. So do the same thing on the other side. Just untap this. Bring this over, straighten the leg, straighten up the foot. There we go. And there we go. We got the legs pretty much all done and ready. So now we have to situate the backpack. So just fold this in, untap all this, and then fold that in. And then this tab will go into this port right there to secure it into place. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. So I think we are pretty much done with the transformation itself. So there you go. That is N.E.S.T Ratchet fully transformed into his robot mode, and he looks pretty good actually. Yeah, I very much like this deco on the Ratchet here, and on the Autobot medic that we know and love, and yeah, looks pretty cool. I really dig it. I very much dig it. So yeah, very nicely done here. So it's getting close here, so we can take a look at the head sculpt, and that's a very nice looking head sculpt. It's nicely painted, nice silver paint and all that, and then blue for the eyes, and yeah, this is a much better head sculpt than the original version of the mold, because the head sculpt in the original version is so plain. It is so just lacking so much paint. This one has a lot more paint going on, and yeah, that looks very nice. Looks very beautiful. I very much dig that. Nice paint work on the crotch as well. Nice paint work on the arms. Nice paint work on the legs. So yeah, he has way more paint than on the original. So Now coming to the back here, and yeah, this section I wish they had fixed the backpack problem, because this is pretty much dangling down. I mean, you could always untab this and just leave it like that, I guess. Maybe that's better, but you know, for the official transformation, they want you to do that to the backpack. So, yeah, if this was on a hinge and it could fold up, it would have been better, but oh well, it is what it is. But from the front, he looks good. He looks very, very good. I always liked this mold for Ratchet. I think it's better than the Dark of the Moon Deluxe, because the Dark of the Moon Deluxe looks like this. I mean, the original Dark of the Moon Deluxe looks like this, and yeah, I think the design of the Studio Series version is way better than the original Dark of the Moon Deluxe, in my personal opinion anyway. So, but yeah, looks very, very good. But one thing I really do like is the solidness of the figure itself, like the quality of the figure itself, the tolerances, if you will. So let's deal with the articulation here. So the articulation, as far as the articulation goes, the head is on a swivel, can rotate a full 360, can't look up, can't look down. The shoulders, they can rotate a full 360 since they're on the ball joint. They can move in and out. You do have a bicep rotation, and you do have a double jointed elbow, which is quite nice. Nothing at the wrist due to the way it's molded, and nothing at the waist due to the way he transforms. And the legs can move up that far, can move back only that far, just only a little bit. And he can pretty much do the full splits. He does have a thigh rotation. Yes, thigh rotation. He has the knees. He has knees right there, very deep knee bend, and of course there's a ball joint at the foot right there. Can rotate the foot around, can move up a little bit, can move down a lot, and you do have a little bit of ankle tiltage right there. So yeah, the one thing I really like about this figure is how the hips are not so loose compared to the original. The hips are not loose, and the joints are nice and snug. So yeah, he's way more solid, because once I shake him, he is not floppy. He is not flopping around. So that is very nicely done. I'm so glad that Hasbro actually fixed the looseness issue with the hips and everything. So now he can actually stand up without even falling, without even doing the splits. So that makes me very, very happy. I always want my figures to be extra solid, and and for the joints, it's better too tight than too loose. So yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. So now you can actually give him the gun that he has. So you can actually just hold it in his hand right there. Just put this into his hand, and there you go. He can actually shoot some Decepticons down. So he doesn't need to spend 24 hours working on sick Autobots. He can actually join the battle and just kill some Decepticons. You know, be of good use, man. Be of good use. So, there we go. That is pretty much it there. So now let's bring in some size comparisons. And, of course, the only comparison that really matters here is with the original version of the mold. And, I'd say I like this one better than this one. Don't get me wrong, I still like this figure. I still like the original version of Studio Series Ratchet, but the deco on this one, the tighter joints, yeah, so much better than the original version in my personal opinion, because my biggest complaint with this figure is the looseness of the hips, which I did fix by putting tissue into the ball sockets, and of course the lack of paint. Whereas this one, the paint is so much better. There's so much more paint on this figure compared to this one. You know, they actually painted the forearms, they painted more on the legs, they painted the head sculpt and everything. So, and they painted the back of the vehicle as well, which makes me very, very happy. So yeah. So all in all, though, I very much prefer this version of the mold compared to this one. So. And if you want to, you can actually give the gun to this Ratchet, if you want to, but there we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it there for the robot mode comparisons right here. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class N.E.S.T Ratchet, and a very cool deco for the Autobot medic himself. And yeah, the robot mode looks pretty good. I very much like how much paint he has. He has way more paint than the original version did, and yeah, and the alt mode looks pretty cool. I love the N.E.S.T details going on. I mean, this deco should not make sense, but for some reason it kind of does make sense with this figure. So yeah, and of course the improvements that they made they made on this figure, like, you know, more paint, tighter joints. I like it. I really dig it. I really dig it. And of course the transformation works very, very smoothly. It's a fun transformation, so I got no issues there. The backpack, I can live with it. You know, I don't really care about the backpack. I don't really much care how the backpack looks like. I mean, if this was on the hinge, then it would have been better, but it is what it is. I really like the gun that he comes with. Very, very cool design there. And yeah, just a very nicely done Ratchet right here from Studio Series. I know it's kind of late for me to review this, but I don't care. There's no time limit. There's literally no time limit. so yeah. So all in all, though, I very much like this version of the mold, and I think this is the best version of the mold that I've bought. So yeah. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. To each their own. So if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to give him a solid 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think 8.5 out of 10. If they had fixed the backpack, he would have been a 10 out of 10, but oh, well, it is what it is. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10, just for the smooth transformation, for the paint work, and, you know, for the tighter joints. The positives outweigh the negatives. I'm pleased with this one. I'm absolutely pleased with this one. So, alrighty. So, I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will never miss any of my videos in the future. And you can always check out my Studio Series reviews playlist for any videos you may have missed, so I will post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Transformers Studio Series Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class N.E.S.T Ratchet, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out to all one, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah!
Greetings, Transformers fans. My name is Alita1. I would like to thank you for watching JJ Prime Reviews. If you would like to see more reviews, live unboxings, or even tutorials on the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Till all are one.